This is for the book lovers. Hi, I'm Nabuire.
Hi, I'm Washera,
Hi, I'm Marcella.
and welcome to Bookish Banter. Today we're talking about Dial A for Aunties. It's a series of books. This is the first book by Jessie Q. So before we get into the book, kama kawaida kama dawa, what are some interesting things that you've come across this week that you'd like to share? Share with the class.
Let's start with you. Let's start with you today.
Okay, again, just like last time, I recommended something I watched. So even this time, I'm going to do the same. It's a TikTok series by Isare. It's called, you watched it?
Yes.
It's
Oh,
called
God.
Screen
Crazy,
Time.
crazy,
Screen Time.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. I really loved it. I loved it because one, it was short. Everything was like, I watched the whole thing in under 45 minutes, but every episode is like 3 minutes, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fupi.
It has
very
suspense.
amazing.
Yeah,
as
it
well.
has suspense, it has plot twists. It was very, very engaging. So loved it. Kudos to Isari and the team. I really loved
As always,
it.
it's a ray.
Yeah, kama
Salute.
kawaida.
Yeah.
Yep.
Loved it. I'll say for me, I guess it's like what I've been watching on Netflix, which I saw like it popped up, but it's like a series that has been ongoing. I've been watching SWAT. I really like inserting myself into careers that are like I'm not experiencing in any way. So yeah, as the name would suggest, it's about like the SWAT police department in like the US. So it's very interesting, very nice. You know, you're feeling like, yes, I'm there solving crimes. So love it.
I've been seeing it on Netflix, so it's worth it.
It is. I just feel like there's very few women lead characters. Yeah, because I even went and looked it up. I'm like, I mean, they're like two, but okay. But yeah, at least the lead, the male lead is a black guy, so we love it.
Wins.
Nice.
What about you?
Okay, me, it's not about anything I've watched. Gosh, I should probably start watching some things. Anyway, but I tried an Eritrean restaurant. Ooh, I know, right? Yeah, so I have tried an Ethiopian restaurant before, and I didn't like the ukaliness of the injera and stuff. So I thought this would be the same because I thought they're like the same kind of. But oh my God, I had an awesome time.
Ooh, where is the location?
Asmara in Karen. I think I would recommend it. So it has a nice ambience. There are not so many people and very intimate.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. So now, direct ndani ya kitabu. So yes, Dial A for Aunties is the first book of a series, and in this book we follow a girl called Meddy who went on a date with a guy and accidentally killed this guy. So we follow them. Once she commits the murder, the accidental murder, she goes and tells her mom, who tells her aunties, and then now they are trying to cover up this murder through an entire weekend where the family has a wedding business. They do different things, floral arrangement, Meddy does photography, and then there's a cook and a makeup artist. A baker.
A baker, yeah.
Yeah, a baker and a makeup artist. So that weekend that this murder happens, they happen to have a wedding.
A big wedding.
A big wedding for your billionaires. And then so accidentally, the cooler that they put this body where Meddy has done the deeds. So they preserve him in a cooler so that they can discard the body later. And then accidentally, this cooler ends up at the wedding. So now we see them going through the chaos of trying to cover the body and also deliver in this wedding. It's a very nice book, a very funny book. I really enjoyed reading it. I would rate it a 4.3. Yeah. You?
I'd say again, this was like a genre I didn't expect. So it was good because I don't think otherwise I'd have found the book. I like the book. It's on the lighter end, but I'll say it's one of those books which, going into it blind, I didn't expect anything that happened. Even like the mother, I was like, oh, this is interesting. Not your mother like trying to be you in a dating site and then finding you a man. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Not that your mom trying to set you up. So I was like, oh, this will be nice if like they ended up being together, like legit. Your mom started this, and then he's just a creep, and then because the mother was in self-defense. So everything was like, oh, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. I like that it was not predictable.
Yeah.
So that was a very interesting beat. I'm not a big fan of present time and then back in the day, present, that type of timeline. I'm usually like, let it be present or let it be back in the day, or let it start back in the day, then we move steadily until present. It's not really something that I like, but I loved how it was written in this particular book, because it gave, it sort of, it was balanced out, which is, I'm thinking about an ex, this is why I'm thinking about him, this is why, this is where we met. So it was balanced well, and I loved how it was done in this book. I would give the book a solid 4. Great book, great read, very nice plot twist, hapo katikati, and also just trying to think of things like, if you accidentally in self-defense happen to like murder somebody, then what, like who would you
call?
run? Yeah,
Yeah.
who would you call?
Yeah.
And like her A team was like her aunties who were like, maswali baadaye, what do we need
Yeah,
to
let's
do?
cover
Yeah,
this.
to tatua that.
Yeah.
And we've said the rating,
Yeah,
and we
4.
don't condone killing even in self-defense.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think for me, going into the book, sorry.
I'm just saying,
Oh,
so you can
Oh.
have
In
it
self-defense, you never really know how it's
Yeah.
Like how it's gonna
it's sort
end.
of either
Yeah.
your life or
or
mine.
yeah. So
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
this case, it's
in
my
this case,
life
it was
always.
Madeline's life.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, because how the guy was coming, he was coming very aggressive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if she didn't,
If she didn't have that
if she didn't
taser,
chase him, he would have raped her, and it would have been
Okay, it
just,
would have been
Yeah.
something else.
and maybe raped and then done something because he was a
killed her,
psycho.
yeah,
We
because
don't
he was
know
like,
what
he was
would have
also
happened,
taking her
so-
to like places that are abandoned, where there's
like,
nobody,
why?
like
Yeah.
abandoned factories. So like him,
Yeah.
he didn't have the best
Just a
intentions.
psychopath.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So she wasn't coming, I'm trying to kill you, I'm trying to defend my life.
Yeah, and then
yeah.
whoops,
Yeah. It's like, I gotta put
one
me
less
first.
bad man in this earth.
Anyways, yeah. I think the book was great. First, I also did not think the book would go in that direction at all. Like, I didn't know what I was going into. The first time I read it, I was like, so this would be my second time. But the first time I read it, I didn't know how to get into it or what. So for me, I think it was a good book. It's hilarious. Also, it's one with, this is a Chinese author,
Yeah.
a Chinese place. So it's something that we haven't done in the book club. So I think
Yeah.
it was a good
Yeah,
addition.
Yeah, even to see
Yeah.
the tradition.
You know, and the tradition was awesome, and the dumplings, the hotels, and one thing that made me recommend this book is the aunties. They die hard for you.
Yeah.
Kesi badai, as you
Yeah.
said, you know. And I'm like, do you have someone like that in your family? Ama, they will say to you, and then now they start asking, ni kwa nini? Mbona umeshipa? No.
Yeah.
But for
Them,
me, the
like,
aunties were,
legit, it
yeah.
was maswali baadaye.
Exactly.
They were
Yes.
ready.
Yeah.
No
But
matter
them, the way
what.
they live, they were close knit, so it was family and friends.
Yeah,
So-
and they weren't judgmental, and I love that
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, so I would rate it a 4.5. Yes.
Yay, 4 and above.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm.
So, let's talk about the aunties again. They were close knit, yes, and they were very
Sisters.
supportive, but also walikuwa nasemaje, they believed that there was a curse in their family where
The men.
the men either died or left them.
Yeah.
So when Meddy was young, they used to say it's a curse, it's a curse. So she grew up.
No believing that there's a curse in this family.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a love, there's a sub story where there's now the love
Kuna
interest ya
mapenzi hapo
Meddy.
ndani.
Vile napenda. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the aunties, I liked that they were funny, they were close knit, but also the way walikuanga wanakorofishana it was so funny. Like huyu ako na beef na huyu ako na beef na huyu. It was so funny because now Meddy was caught in between,
middle.
and then so in between chaos, wameanza kukorofishana, they're trying kupimana nguvu and all these things.
I
That
feel
was
like-
very hilarious for me.
I feel like the nini, what's it called? Asian and African closeness, even just many, where
Yeah,
there's
family.
many sisters, you
Kutakuwa
would
na
understand.
yeah,
Like people who are
yeah.
like 4 or more, and it's just like there'll always be something.
each
Yeah.
Not
other's
necessarily like that deep, but you just find like this.
Something.
Yeah.
think
Actually, I
it's
wanted
just
to say, I
knowing-
wanted to say to me because I have sisters also. They all kuvutana is also something that we
Lazima
took
ikuwe.
on now
Yeah.
in common. So I was like, yes, I related to that. Any mnafaa kuwa mnasolve kitu but lazima mbishane kwanza alafu ndio tuendelee.
And also prove like, yeah, I'm the one who solved it. I'm
Yes,
the one
I'm
who's
glad you
right.
did it. Hey, nyinyi mkae huko. So yeah, that was something I related kwa hii book sana. So, is there something you relate to?
Yeah, I think it's the hivyo tu venye nimesema, like African and Asian, like that whole closeness, which is something that what's her name, Meddy struggled with, is being able to sort of not people please, because she felt like she needs to
Yeah, all the
intentionally
time.
stay back. That whole as the girl
Only girl
child,
child.
she felt like it was her responsibility to stay back, where else like her male cousins went. And it was like she never voiced what she wants, because I remember when the business came up, the mom asked, but is that what you want?
Yeah.
I feel like that was a good opportunity for her to say, no, I
No,
was
I
thinking
have
maybe
chosen,
this, maybe
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So it's like she was people pleasing because of responsibility, but at the same time I felt like these people were her aunts and mom were ready to let her go,
Yes.
if that is what you choose.
Should have
But
wanted
yo
her.
alikuwa na yo people pleasing, what will they say, because they have that whole thing of like respect. That is respect, that is honorable. You And then the fact that she like didn't know Indonesian, she didn't know Mandarin, she didn't know any of the
Yeah.
languages. So now she shifted, because even the whole thing why she did not want Hamian during like campus days to
Meet the family.
yeah, it's because she felt like they were a lot.
Yeah.
But for me, I was like, they're a lot in the best way.
Yes.
And something about your family, you can't change them. Of course, they're a lot, but if they genuinely want the best for you, then sinisawa too.
So,
Yeah. So
acclimatized.
yeah. So it was really nice to see you finally anze kujiongea.
Yeah.
Because kwanza there's a time she was like, oh, it's like you guys are suffocating. But it's like, we woke up early in the morning to help you solve our murder. Can you behave? Huh? We are here because of you. Like, if you didn't, do whatever you did, we wouldn't be there. And also, I think we haven't mentioned that technically the guy didn't die. He died because he's on my superstitions. I know, like, looking at him, and they happened to lock him in a freezer. That's what led to his death.
And maybe we should mention, she checked his past like immediately after the accident, because she tested him, got into an accident, he hit his head very hard. So when she came to, he hadn't come to. She tried, and then she didn't feel a pulse. I think it's just the adrenaline ilifanya asifeel anything. So akamweka kwa gari, and then she took her home, reported, and then the aunties came. And then someone suggested we should check his pulse to see if he's alive.
Also to uncover his face. I feel
Yes.
like such things
Because
would
at
have,
this point, by then the mom would have noticed, this is the florist,
Yeah.
it's not the rich man, because it posed as a rich man. And then they would have maybe checked his pulse.
Maybe they would have saved him.
They would
Yeah,
have saved him
they
for sure.
actually would
But
have.
they were so superstitious. They're like, oh, if we touch him, it's bad luck for the wedding.
we're
and all
here
these
for
things.
him.
That's what they did. So wakamweka kwa freezer, and then that's when he died. Yes, you can carry on.
Yeah. So basically, like that whole standing for yourself, especially old generation versus newer generation, just because you stand up for yourself, haimanishi like your family or your aunts or whoever will hold that against you, because eventually, like they give, oh, you want to,
I mean, yeah, if they're supporting
by all
anyway.
means, yeah. But her, she was like, it's like she thought about it in her head and concluded that no, they won't be so. Because I think that was the saddest bits for me, why she ended her relationship, because they had such a healthy relationship with
guy.
Nathan. So the fact that she ended it on overthinking of her own, nobody told her anything.
But also she believed there was a curse in the family. This is before now. Later,
Yeah.
later she's told
Yeah.
no such thing exists. It's just we believe that because you were heartbroken
But
at the
also,
time.
but you remember what her mom said? Even you, with the education that you have.
Yeah, why would
why would you
Yeah,
just
why would you think
conclude?
that?
yeah, even then
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
but yeah, so she eventually, that is why she left in the first place, and then so they had a very nice love story. Oh, yeah, ilikuwa ile ya fireworks, so love at first
Love
sight.
at first sight. Ooh, it's on
And-
both sides. Wakakuja friction, boom.
Yeah, so Nathan and Meddy, so they were friends first for quite a long time before now they decided. I think they went to a party.
Yeah, they met in uni.
Yeah, and then they were close friends, and then somehow too they ended up making out.
Yeah,
I
because
don't remember
Meddy
the-
wasn't necessarily like an extrovert. Like parties were not really her scene. So yeah, encouragement from her bestie, akamwambia go, and then now and the best friend helped her like dress more for this guy to see her more not friendly, sweatpants, and yeah.
Yeah, and also she was scared of like ruining the relationship because they were
Yeah.
really good friends. So she was like,
What if
on the
he
future,
doesn't feel the
Rebecca.
same?
Yeah, so but it did, and they had a beautiful love.
Explosive.
Oh, they did it for a long time, for like I think 3 years.
years, yeah.
Yeah, the entire uni life. And then the guy Nathan got a job offer to go to. So Meddy was wanted to be a photographer. Nathan wanted to start a hotel, and then so he got an internship to go to New York. It's set in Manhattan.
No, California.
California. So when Meddy saw this, and remember she was thinking about the cast and everything, so she's like, let me release him. I don't want to tie him. I don't want him to come back in the future and be like, no, Lifanya, Nisi, whatever. And she didn't want to go with him because she didn't want to let her family down, like you said, like she
Yeah,
was,
because
she
that
really-
was when they
She was
introduced
holding
that,
on to the
that family
yeah,
business.
because they
yeah.
were waiting for her to finish school to join the family business because it was
I mean, also it's
doing-
tradition based on also their culture.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
move into the business.
Yeah.
to move into the business. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she was also like, because my aunts have been providing for me and being
Yeah.
there for me.
Yeah,
That's
just
why
like
she
And all
really
the
feeling
other
like she needs
men
to give
there.
back.
yeah, responsibility to them.
And
Black
she didn't want
tax.
to live like the other
For
men,
sure.
like the men,
Like the male
the male cousins now, the sons of the other aunties.
all
Oh,
left.
walifika.
Yeah.
So yeah, alikuwa no, me I won't be like this man. I'm gonna stay with my family. So she ended the relationship. Even to like out of nowhere, she's like, I want to try. I want to explore
we should
more.
try. No, she said, I
Yeah.
think we
We
should try.
yeah. No,
other
it's just like
people.
I feel like I need to explore. Don't you? I think we should.
Yeah, and then
And
the
he was
guy,
like,
the guy
"Eh?"
alipata nini plot twist because he was like, wait,
Eh.
what? I
What
thought
are you
tuko
saying?
sawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after I've brought some good news to you, namna gani? So hivyo ndivyo wakachana. And the guy was so confused. He didn't fight for her. Me, I was like, sasa, why?
No, I understood. I
That's-
honestly understood why he didn't fight because it came out of nowhere, and even him trying to. Because if you think about it, he's like, oh, so
how
you're
you
not
feel?
satisfied with this. You want
Yeah.
to try something else. But for him, he was satisfied, and I feel it's one of those things where it's a fight or like convincing you is not the place of time. If you feel you want to explore, by all means go and do so, because if I convince you utakuwa like, yeah, this is kila
But
time
still,
it'll be
me
like,
would want to know what is it about this relationship that you feel you need to. Nini yo? Like I feel like I'd question more like
Yeah, to
so what?
understand.
Yeah, to understand like okay, is it something I can give you? Because if it's an entirely different thing with a different person, like now you want to be with a shorter man or you want to be with a woman, there's nothing I can do about it
Yeah.
because I can't
Yeah.
do it. But you want to like I feel like alikuwa tu but again I get alikuwa tu in shock. But I wish
in
angempigania
shock, alikuwa like,
kidogo.
what? Because also I feel like at the time, even if he fought, there's things that this babe needed to heal on her own.
Yeah.
Kama
Oh,
you're
yeah.
self-appeasing, you're the whole family dynamic, you're how to accept your aunties, because you know you're not gonna change your aunties.
Yeah.
It's for you to understand them. They love you unconditionally, and they are loud. They say the most inappropriate things sometimes.
Yeah.
That's something that you need to accept, and also acceptance of you. You don't need to. It's like give your life. You're living for them. You need to live for yourself.
Yeah.
Even if the relationship had continued, angekuwa na issue because already he was having an issue because he felt like udem ananificha.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
doesn't want to introduce me to her people because by the time he came to find out that you never let your family know you were dating, it was later on, and also him, he had time to accept. But angejua saizo
Yeah,
nimekuwa
ingekuwa
secret
shaky.
for 3 years,
Yeah.
it would have been
Ingekuwa
bad.
shaky.
So
Everything happened at the right
Yeah,
time.
at the right
Right
time.
Yeah, she needed that time to come to herself and pour into the relationship vizuri. So yeah, that's how they parted ways, and then now everyone went to do their own thing. She went into the business. She was a very good photographer, even if she didn't like the industry where she was doing it. And then she was very single. No man would match up to her Nathan.
Nathan.
So the mom was like, I need some grandbabies. So what does the mom do? She sets a Tinder site, dating site. Dating site, goes to the site. First, she tries to convince her to get into the site. Meddy refuses. The mom is like, okay, I gotta take matters in my own hands.
Indeed.
Namfungulia account. And she meets this rich hotel owner man. Disciplined boy.
Stream of hotels.
Yeah, the man who is
Who
gonna
can
take
cook.
care, who can cook. Yeah, she'll cook eggplant for. Oh, that was so funny. Oh my
I think
god.
that's something that I loved, that her mom was in it for the most purest of intentions.
Yeah.
But like, because she doesn't understand the now lingo, because you know something about the lingo, like it changes regularly.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Even today we might be saying this word to mean this, but tomorrow it means something so different.
Different.
Same thing with emojis. So Uko, this guy is like, hey, yeah, eggplant emojis, yeah, I can't wait to give you this. And the mom is like, yeah, I have an appetite. So
And then
it's
the
very,
guy's like, the guy's, oh, so you're thirsty. Oh, yes, I'm very thirsty.
yeah. Even he said, like, if I knew this, I would have met, we would have met soon. I'll
Yeah.
cook for you, adds more eggplants. It's like, yes, that's my favorite
Yeah.
meal. What?
And she was flirting without knowing it, and she was doing very well.
Not
A very
even
good
flirting,
job.
not even flirting, because if you think on the guy's end, he's like, yeah, Harper,
Yeah,
this
so
one,
that's
this is
why,
a young
like
dude.
he knew
Yeah.
hapa kidogo kidogo he's ako inside. He
Yeah.
date tunaenda tu officially, but
Yeah, just to-
we have
to-
already decided we are
Yeah.
gonna. Yeah, but then the thing with this guy always asked. The mom was like, "Oh, I want to see you." He refuses. He didn't send photos. So when Meddy is told now there's a date for you to go to, get ready for this date. She gets ready. She's like, "Can I see his photo?" And then the mom is like, "No, he said mtapatana tu huko." The babe dresses up. She's like, "Can I see the text?" I feel like if the mom had given her the conversations from
yeah.
before, she would have known what
It
she's
would have helped.
getting.
I think one of the things is because it was like, Sai, the date ko usiku.
Yes.
Like there was no time to
right.
even like,
To
yeah.
process even.
Yeah. So the babe akaingia kwa nini yake, akavaa nguo. She went for the date. The date was okay. But when she got there, she said he was okay. Akakunywa. She was getting drunk because she needed it to, get through
Liquid
this date.
confidence.
Yeah. So and then he was hapo ana boast kila saa.
He was overboasting.
He was
For
overboasting.
somebody
Where's
who's
my
actually
hotel?
rich, he felt the need to, with all my hotels, with
Yeah,
all my
with all
money,
my
as a
stuff.
rich
Oh,
man.
as a rich man. So the date ends, and then I think, did he ask if they should go together? I don't know, but she refused, and she was like, "I need to go home because I have a wedding tomorrow." And then she was like, "Oh, I can't drive because I'm too drunk. I'll call a lift." The guy's like, "No, there's no need for that. I can drop you because you said you need your car tomorrow very early." Mchana kona, yeah, that's a plan, because he said after he drops me, he's going to go back to work with one of his many cars. So the baby's like, okay. They get into her car and start driving. Wakiwa tu kwa njia, the guy puts his hand on her knee, and she's like, "Hey, no, I'm not into this." And now he's remembering the conversations
"Don't
they
be
had.
at ease."
Yeah, don't be at ease, because now I thought you're gonna be here. Her, she's like, "No, I don't feel like that." And now that is where now she chases him, and then you remember, like.
And then I feel
Reports.
like the interesting bit is when she was looking, I don't know for what, in her bag, mkono yake ikagonga yote. I think her car keys ndio ampatie. She was like, "Hey, at this point, I need to remove this taser from my bag because it's big, it's clunky, nini, only for the same taser to come in very, very handy
Save
in that
her, right?
situation."
Yeah.
So, tusitoe taser. kwa bag.
Tusitoe na tukue nazo. Na kasi teza tukue na inaitwa
Ni pepper
aje?
spray.
Pepper spray. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a page I saw that is selling pepper sprays.
Tatu
on
plug.
IG. I was like, yeah, I need to get one. Yeah.
Those things I need. Even the key, like, knifey thing, you really need these things
Yeah. For self-protection.
self-
because even for self-defense, because even she was saying by the time yani tumeshika barabara, because he sped up, he's going to an abandoned side,
Yeah.
she can't jump out of the car because ni ataumia.
Yeah.
So that whole time of calculating and everything, you need to have like something in your bag that
You reach for and defend yourself. Yeah, so she tells the auntie, and then when she gets home, she tells the mom tells the aunties. It's like, I think 3 a.m. or something. The aunties come, yeah. And then so they decide, big auntie who is the baker now, her freezer is one of the biggest. So how, moja kwa moja, aduko. Now you see they refuse to check the pulse. So the guy is put in the freezer.
he was actually unconscious, but alive.
Alive, yeah. With a very weak pulse, I think that's how he. So huko kwa freezer, he dies, unfortunately. And then so they said, now, Sasa, there's nothing more we can do. It's like 3 a.m. We have a wedding tomorrow. We can't take. They decided.
That day.
Yeah,
died
he
the
did die.
next
He died.
morning.
He died like when they left him in the
Yeah.
freezer is when he died.
Because they realized.
He died in the wedding venue.
Yeah, at the venue.
Because he got out of the cooler. He got
Oh,
out
he
of
got
the
out of
cooler.
the
Yeah, he
cooler.
got out of the cooler and tried to, like, walimpata when he's now frozen to death. Meaning he tried to
To-
exit
to
the
open
freezer.
the
Yeah.
freezer.
Yeah, he was trying to open the freezer, the cooler, but he didn't open the cooler.
Yeah, but at the wedding,
At the wedding
not
At the
at
wedding
home.
venue,
Yeah,
yes.
the wedding
That
venue.
is why he was fighting for his life.
Oh, yeah.
No, he
And-
managed to open the cooler because he was outside. Now, like
And
your,
no
it's New Zealand walk-in freezer.
Yes.
Where we all walk in. So alitoka kwa cooler, angetoka kwa freezer.
But hakuna mtu alimuona, unataka kuniambia by the time
Hakuna mtu
auntie
alimuona,
alifika.
imagine. Kwa hiyo something
like
haikuwa
him.
na watu. Unakumbuka
Freezer,
wakisema
early in the morning watu wako wamefika.
Wamefika.
Freezer
Oh, yeah,
imefungwa
isipokuwa
because
nini.
freezer si kitu where you leave
Ile ya
it
nyama
open.
ile.
So hiyo ubaridi is what killed him. Already he was weak and everything
They
because
found him
alipatwa
frozen.
ile trying to scream for help.
Yeah.
Because alipatwa kama
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that
So
is how our
vivid.
guy. Oh, so now how he got to the wedding. So walikuwa wamesema saini 3 am tunaenda kumbari kwa desert. So but they were like huko kwenda na kurudi is like I think 7 hours or something. So they
watachelewa.
wouldn't have made it back in time to go to the wedding.
Yeah.
So they said wacha baki kwa kula and then after the wedding we will come and sort this out. So now, so this baker has assistants. The assistants the next day wanafika very
they're
early.
going above and beyond in their
To impress
job.
our boss. Hey, they get to the job and they find 3 freezers. They were not supposed to take all of them. Alafu walikuwa wameka sticky note. Sijui baking stuff, baking things don't open. So they're like, baking things, we are going to a wedding, we need them.
Wacha
Wakabeba.
tubebe.
And indeed they didn't open.
They didn't
but
open,
walibeba.
but walibeba. But and then coincidentally, hiyo siku Big Auntie akawa asleep. So that's how they ended up at the wedding. So when they got to the freezer, they find out the thing is not there. So they chased after it. It was wedding ilikuwa the other side of the ocean. So
It's
you
like
can't.
going to Mombasa Island.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
uko side ya sijui ya
Nyali, Likoni ndo unaingia Nyali. Yeah.
So lazima uvuke. So wakapata ya chenye imebeba has already gone to the other side and they had to follow it. So now they have to discard this body and still work a wedding. And now this is where the chaos actually begins.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. They
Running around.
they're running
And
around with
then-
their
and
body.
then I think like the plot twist of it all was like after all these years of the ex being now the boss that they think she had killed.
Yes. Oh yes,
Yeah.
the whole time they think
Yeah.
they killed the man of the hotel, so they don't even know if the wedding is gonna go through.
Yeah, only
and then
for
when
them
they're
to realize that
it's not him, it's
Yeah.
Nathan. Wana reunite hapo na Nathan. Vile wanaonana tu hivi. Oh my god. The sparks are there. They're like, oh, we need to talk. But tu msichana the
I
whole
think
time.
for Nathan, he was like, yeah, I'm so happy to see you. But for her, yes, it's great you're here, but
we
we
have
need to cover this. We have
problems,
bigger
yeah.
problems.
Yeah, exactly.
So Zake, she doesn't have the same enthusiasm, which is understandable because, bro.
Me, the whole
I'm
time.
No,
about
but she was
to-
excited. But
She
she
was,
didn't.
but-
She didn't want to be with him as much because she
Kulikuwa
was
na
thinking.
pressing matters.
Yeah, kulikuwa na pressing matters.
Ini priority.
Yeah.
As in wenda kuona baadaye, but because now also
I
for her,
think
she was
also because
thinking-
he knew this babe. He knows Meddy. So after from then, I think that's when he started being suspicious about.
No, initially I don't think he was super suspicious until
Yeah, he wasn't super
they
suspicious.
saw her with the
yeah,
hiyo-
ana- unafanya nini?
mara
What's going
kadhaa
on? Uko
wakijaribu
tu hivi.
kusongesha hiyo kikitu.
Mara ya kwanza kwa nini?
And thank God he didn't ask
And then
about
also for
it.
her, she was trying to cover him because if you're the owner of this place,
Yeah.
and then I'm walking around with a dead
Yes.
body, you'll still
That's
be
a whole
wrapped
And
up.
problem.
Yeah,
It's new, it's new.
yeah,
They're
because
trying to
even he
launch
said,
it.
"Hii harusi, it's really gonna build up my nini." So
Yeah.
she's also trying to cover him. Ako like, oh, wacha tutapendana mbele.
Eh,
But yeah,
baadaye.
I'm happy to see because there's a time she kissed him, but it was as
It was
like
fast,
kumfunika
haraka,
macho
haraka.
Yeah.
ndio usijue
Auntie yake
asione
ya
nini.
pili
Yeah.
akipita.
But the first kiss that they had ilikuwa genuine. Ilikuwa
it was-
the first one that they had ilikuwa
Yeah,
wapi?
it was something.
Oh, it was
happening.
when
When
they were
they
the
met
first time they
at the
pulled the
stairs.
knee. Oh yes, it was to cover. It was to
Yeah.
cover for the aunt,
It
but it was
wasn't-
genuine. Like she melted into it. She don't.
Of course,
she
she'll
even
melt
dis-
into
she
Yeah,
even
but it
But
was
like the
to
purpose
hide.
is to distract him,
Yeah,
not
from
herself.
Yes.
seeing.
But I
Huh?
feel it was nice because why?
It was
it
You're a
bridged.
romantic.
Actually,
Scared,
Madam
scared.
Romance, don't start again.
You are too romantic.
Madam Romance, here she was trying to cover
Yeah.
a murder and protect.
Yes.
She was looking
It wasn't for her. It wasn't
yeah,
like,
it
oh my
wasn't
God,
like,
wow.
oh wow, let me forget
Yeah.
everything. For her, it was I need to protect your
You are
career
protecting Auntie
and like
also.
protect my family.
Yes, sikatai.
And now, yes, I like you, it's a great kiss. Of course
Yeah.
I'll get
Tumesonganga.
into it.
Yes.
But kama kungekuwa na huyu auntie anasongesha hii nini
Would
huko
have even
nyuma,
talked
it wouldn't
about
have
That's what I
happened.
wanted to say. It would have maybe not happened. It would have taken longer. Hawangerikindle. So it happened at the right
Sawa,
time.
Madam
No,
Rose.
no.
Me, I'm telling you, that is me. And
That's the right moment.
yes, it was
Okay.
the best moment.
Okay.
The world is
They
burning.
did have to
No, you're like, yeah, this was the world
Ndo
is
hiyo
burning.
sasa you're
but do
writing a
you-
whole love
Oh,
song. Yeah.
When you release. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, akaficha, but it was still a nice kiss. Anyway, so after Apple, but you see, because of that kiss, not even you thought he was thinking about her. He
Now
kept-
he's gonna think
Exactly.
about her, yeah.
Sana. So that's why he kept reaching out to her. Like
And maybe he
different
was also,
times.
maybe they didn't say it in the book, but like maybe kuna times alikuwa hata anachungulia from somewhere, I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Na akatoa for
Ako,
admiration.
yeah, ati
So,
my
wow,
love is back.
my girl.
Yeah. But legit he said, because even when you by the time
Wakishikwa.
by the time like 1+1 became 2, he was like, it's because nimekuwa nikistudy movements
Nikikuona,
zangu.
yeah.
Yes, nakujua, but pia the
Kuna
way
vile?
you're moving suspiciously,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're moving with that kikula, it's humongous, you don't want help, like
Yeah.
things are not adding up.
Oh
Because they were-
God. Sorry. Because
No.
I have like a point. Anyway, yeah. Is this the I need to request to ask if this is in this book. They are walking down the aisle. Do they have the dead body with them?
Yes.
Yes.
This is the book.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that part it actually
Yes.
surprised me because I'm like, and nobody noticed.
No, but so
But like they were
wait.
high out of
They
their
were
minds.
Everybody-
so,
yeah.
so you see now because usually kuna different times like so big auntie is in charge of cake, she started and then there's the auntie for makeup, yeah, she's called out, she goes.
Ameshafanya kule.
All this time people have ideas. So when auntie for makeup went, big auntie had to remain with the cake. So fourth auntie, who is a musician, and Meddy the photographer had to move the body
babysit
back
the
with the
body.
cooler. They take it back to
The room.
to see
Wanapeleka wapi?
walikuwa waipeleke back to
The boat.
to the bakery.
yeah.
To the boat, to the
Kule.
bakery, and then that's where they met with Nathan the first time, because kuna place walipita, there were pebbles, they couldn't cross virahisi. So hapo ndo wakapatana where the magic kiss, first kiss happened, and then so they decided hii kitu haiwezi pita, and they didn't want help because they were being asked. The rekindling kiss, such a treat. So they decided to take it back to the kitchen.
Okay.
So that's the first time they are seen with the cooler. Then once they go back to the nini, the photographer needs to go continue the work, Meddy, and then the fourth auntie needs to go and relax because yeye kazi yake ni jioni. So big auntie suggests ama tuimweke kwa hoteli. So like they were sleeping at the hotel. So what kumweka kwa room yetu. Hakuna mtu ataingia kwa hiyo room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
the
that's how
drama
they
of
carried
that
him,
room.
took him to the room, and then wakamtoa kwa kule, wakamweka kwa kitanda. So vile walimweka kwa kitanda, wamemfunika uso, but the legs are out. So photographer is like, whew, we'll deal with this later, so let me go to continue,
job.
continue with my ROC things, my job. And then fourth auntie is left in the room because kazi yake siko jioni, so anabaki kwa hiyo room na the body. So akiwa kwa room, phone, the guy's phone, because Meddy kept saying I'm going to check his phone, but she forgot about it. Now she's being told, hey, the phone is ringing non-stop. So she comes to the room and she doesn't answer the phone, but she sees a text. Oh, where are you? The text is from Maureen. Maureen is the best maid of the bride. And you know, in Arusis, best maids are the ones who collect gifts. Ukipewa gift
For this
unapewa best
culture.
maid. Ukipewa gift, even for this culture, it's the same. So yeah, amepewa gift. They were given I think 4 million gold accessories,
Yeah, 'cause it was a rich family.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
an extremely rich family as well.
So they had good money.
This was supposed to be stolen. They wanted to steal it.
Yes. So Maureen, and so it was to mom.
florist.
So Maureen could not be able to carry all of them to the room. So Meddy offered to take it to the room. So they take to the room, nini anamaliza, anamuacha. Meddy leaves and leaves Maureen in the room and goes goes to the room to tend to the phone. When she gets to the phone is where she finds messages from Maureen asking him, hey, where are you? The luggage is ready. Kujia, nini. So Maureen, Meddy answers like she's this guy, oh, I'm coming, what's happening? And then after a while, she responds that, she says, oh, tumepatikana, wamejua the gifts are missing before like the time they're supposed to know that they're missing. Yeah. So, but Maureen, who was the accomplice of the dead man, the dead man had a name, but tutamuita tu dead man. So, I don't remember the name. So anyway, Maureen, who was now the accomplice of the dead man, wasn't trying to steal from her bestie, like to steal. She was stealing to delay the wedding. Why? Because she loved her bestie, like loved. And Meddy clocked this later in the book. And she made them come together and a new love story was born.
Anyways,
Come on.
pause on the love story. Also, just let's also mention that her husband was not a good man. So she was also
Yes.
trying to,
Separate
as much as
them,
maybe the feelings might not be mutual, but
And the,
also
and
this
the
guy,
method
yeah,
was
doesn't,
not.
yeah.
Your
Because even
kuiba was not
after
nini.
your party ya wizi, the way he was treating her, alikuwa anamwongelesha tu, oh, wacha washikwe, wacha wakuwe reported. And everyone was like, now he's really see through you. Wewe, you're not a good person.
So that guy alikuwa tu anajifikiria yeye.
Yeah.
And if any guy who hires friends,
It's not,
suspicious.
yeah. And I think that's
Yeah.
the moment where Jackie, the bride now, discovers that anyway, this man,
Yeah, he's
Wasn't
not, he's not
legit.
it,
he's not it for me.
Yeah, and even Meddy said, although I've had photographers say that thing, when I was reading this book, I kept seeing you a lot because of your profession, that like you can be able to clock a wedding that is off based on the
Yeah.
on the
Dynamics
day.
of the
Yeah.
day.
So she even said it. She's like, this guy doesn't deserve her because hey, there he's acting and
moving.
coming.
Yeah.
Which ended up being
Being
true.
the the same. Yeah. So yeah, so that's how. So this is how this new love story is born,
Again.
which is not talked about after. Oh no, they get married. Yeah, they get married, and the family covers everything. And then this man, this ex groom, also has a wedding again later, and he's like, we want a wedding as bigger than the wedding you did for my ex. So then they were like, okay, it's fine, more money for us. Woo.
Yeah.
No politics attached.
Yes. And then now Meddy and Nathan get engaged.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, but that one we clocked it. That one they were about
They were
to
meant
like,
to.
just be together.
But then I just want to ask, because I can't remember the last part when it ends. Does he say, so why did we end our relationship then? And then she explains, can you see how much of a family?
Yeah.
Does she say that?
Yeah.
So at least now he can understand why she said no that time.
Yeah.
She thought
Because
for
even
sure.
he was like when you see when they met initially now during the wedding, when the family was like, hey, who's this handsome guy? And the mom was
Yeah.
like, such a fine specimen. And so he clocked. He's like, oh, so you never actually
You never
told your family
said,
about
yeah.
me. So even he said, like right now, you know what, I understand. But then I don't think I would. Why
yeah.
you would have been hiding me like that. But then he's like, I understand, nini. But now it's like also, I don't mind. Like this it's your family. Yeah.
And now he's become part of the murder.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
confesses to him also.
And he was like,
during
I'm a
that
stand
period.
beside you.
I will be there. Ndio hiyo sasa romance
I'll be
yako.
there. I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
this one we
Now
will
this one
stand
we-
with you. This one we are with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like,
in your
yeah.
moment. All true baby, to the end. So yeah, that is also she confesses and he's like, yeah, I knew you were moving mad, so I knew. And, like,
I
okay. And then they talk
clocked
about
it,
it, like why they separated.
Communication
Even
is
he was
key.
ready to like say, like, if you confess, even me, I'll confess. Then we'll see if we both
mapenzi
confess.
wewe.
Like, then I'll confess to that man, then you'll confess. Hey, and we
this
come
is
back
what
to
we've
the
done.
question we started with, like, if such a thing, accidental murder, who would you tell?
you tell?
And do you have someone in your
Who
life
can
who will
stand
take
by
the
you?
blame
Stand
for
to the
you?
end, even help you come
Huh?
up to the
Sangapi?
end.
Yeah, wewe who will you call ama utaanza tutakuona pale kwa news
Kwenye
ya saa
news,
saba.
nini,
Oh, and
DCI.
also even after Maureen and Meddy wali argue, or like huko juu ya story ya kuiba gifts, eventually they come together and they come up with a plot where Maureen, like they blame it on the dead person,
Yeah.
and then they end up being like friends, which was so cutesy, gummy moment. Yay. That's so nice. So yeah, that book is very nice. It's very funny,
Very interesting.
very interesting.
And then it's so unpredictable. I love that.
So there are 2 more others coming in. You better look out for them.
Yeah. It's a
Yep,
series of
yep,
three.
of 3
So there's
books.
book 2 and 3.
Yeah,
Which we shall discuss
yeah,
at
for
one
sure,
point.
for
Yeah.
sure. Shares the summer. Yeah,
All
so
right.
that's it from us. Thank you for watching to the end.